Hi, my name's Jonny. The main reason why I came on board with Peak Performance is I was training with other gyms and I just wasn't seeing the right performance that I needed. Due to my injuries with the army, I really struggled with repeated injuries in every single gym I went to, whether I was training on my own or elsewhere. And so I needed a more direct kind of training session. My goals were mainly mobility. I wanted to push my surfing further. I was really started struggling due to hip mobility. I've certainly noticed that the differences in me since training here. I now get out of bed in the morning with no pain. I can walk, I can train, I can run, which before was not even thought of. I can surf better. I can spend a lot more time in heavy surf with no consequences really to my body whatsoever. It feels a lot looser. And I can move around a lot more. With that, I go and play rugby with my kids now. I can run around, I can play with them, run with my dog or my kids on their bikes. Just much more quality of life. Certainly my biggest achievement. When I first started here, my aim was to try to push into bigger wave surfing with an aim to help my mental health. I just found it really nice, it looked attractive. This time last year I paddled out onto a 20-odd foot quiver reef down in Newquay. I managed to survive that, and I've just come home from Nazaré where I towed a professional surfer into a 50-foot face. Managed to survive the upcoming smashing that I received in the shore dump afterwards, but that's another story. It's friendly, it's really relaxed, much as though kind of when it is time to train, we prefer to kind of, certainly now, get a more serious kind of attitude. However, you walk in, everyone's greeting you nicely. You know, there's no attitude here that you get in other gyms. There's no kind of like bodybuilders sitting there watching their phones for 7 weeks on each machine. People come here to train, take things seriously, but at the same time, it's, you know, jokes and banter, and that kind of feels good when you walk in, especially I have PTSD. So I do struggle walking into a new environment, because that actually makes me feel really welcome. I think the thing that Peak Performance does that I find the most valuable is the knowledge of the instructors. I know that I can speak to not just Angus, who's my coach, but I can speak to Rory, I can speak to Warren, or I can speak to Holly, and all of them know their stuff. They also all know me. Training here for a little while, they know what I'm attempting to do. They know what my body's capable of. They're all experts in their fields, so I feel like I can ask any question and get an honest, straight-up answer. What would I say to someone who is thinking about joining Peak Performance but isn't sure yet? If you're going to a different gym or you've actually got a fixed goal that you actually want to achieve, this is the place to come to. They will be able to put something together for you. They will make something happen as long as you're willing to put the effort in.